What's up, everyone? This is the CJ Show, and I'm your host, Colleen, and this is my co-host, Jeff.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Happy Wednesday. We'll see who's going to hop on, and then we'll start talking about how you guys can look into content services or writing services and what you should be considering before you decide to use those to start providing more content for your business or your blog. So we'll just give some people a second, see if they want to jump on. And what are we giving away this week, there, Jeff? We got the lead magnet.
Yeah, if you watched the last two shows, we've talked a lot about creating an email list. Mm-hmm. And so what we're going to do for this week's winner is once we announce a winner, you're going to get in touch with us and we will create a free lead magnet to use in order to collect email addresses for your list.
Yep. Perfect. That's going to kind of help you as well, to build your business, and then you'll get more of an audience to be viewing all this content that you're going to be producing as well. So I'll just give it, about 20 more seconds, see if anybody's going to jump on. Then we'll get the show on the road.
Sounds good.
Let's see if some lucky people sign up. If you're watching this later, please.
Who wouldn't be lucky spending their day with us?
We're characters. We're kind of funny.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're wow, you guys are wacky, actually.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll just get into it, and whoever watches later, comment and, ask any questions or, give us feedback on what we're talking about, and then you'll be entered into our drawing to win the lead magnet. It will be announcing Friday, so you have the rest of the today and Thursday, and then we'll be announcing that on Friday's episode. So like I said, we're going to be talking about considerations that you should be making before you decide to sign up for a writing service, especially, it's not only just because, you don't have any time or, you've been a little absent because you want to work on other aspects of your business. But there's so many considerations, so we're just going to go over a few, just, keep it short and sweet. Like I said, there's going to be many other considerations depending on the type of person you are and the type of business that you're also having. So let's talk about what is the most important is how much content you're going to need to produce. This will vary from, anything from 400 words to, sometimes 3,000 words. It depends on your topic. It also depends on your audience, and kind of if you're going to be building more audience. So Jeff, you can chime in whenever you want, because Jeff actually has his own blog, so he kind of knows what he wants out of that as well. So word length is something that you should be considering. And also you should be, trying to make a monthly plan of how much of volume that you would be wanting to come out of this every month. That's important because if you're, working with a writing service like Copywriter Today, we kind of do pay for access. So we do everything based on, monthly plans that you have. And, we charge a little differently.
Yeah. And, in order to answer these questions properly, as far as your word length and how many articles you want a month and create a monthly plan, I know for me, the first thing I try to figure out is what is the goal of the content. The content itself needs to have a specific goal. Are you simply wanting to get likes on a Facebook page or traffic to a website? Are you trying to sell something? Are you trying to push an idea across? And really, once you answer that question, everything else will start lining up into place a little easier. You don't want to decide how much content you want to buy for the month and then decide what you want to do with it. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of an order involved.
Yeah, definitely.
And especially if you working with copywriter today, I know that's one of the big things. The account manager, our account managers are awesome about how they service our customers, and that's one of the first things they want to know is what is it you're trying to do with the content you want to have created.
Yes, definitely. And like you said, it's something that we specify with at Copywriter Today. So, we're not just going to whip up some generic plan that we use for everyone. Everything is going to be customized. We're going to, keep in consideration, what you've been doing, what you want to see in the future based on your audience. And with certain packages that we have, we also can do monthly plans. Especially if, you're not having all that time and you kind of don't know what direction you want to be going with your company and your blog and, all the content that you're going to be getting back. So those are super helpful. So not everything is on you. The account managers are there to help you. So that's something that we kind of specify with at Copywriter Today. I'm not sure about any other writing services, but just, so we're kind of talking a little bit about our service as well. We just, want to show some examples and kind of how we work.
Yeah, and this is, what I can't remember a specific number, but a few weeks ago we were really discussing the content map a lot, and that's where that resource and that tool specifically plays a huge role as far as this goes. So that might be something you want to call Copywriter Today and call about, because I'm pretty sure that, of course, it's not what we prefer, but I think even if you're not one of our customers, we can sell you a content map.
Yeah, I'm not but we're always, every so often giving those away on these shows. We just recently gave one away about maybe a week and a half ago or something along those lines. So, I'm sure we'll be giving those away again because those are super helpful. And this is the first step to be getting all that content that you're going to be needing for your audience. So keep a lookout on that. We'll be announcing those on Wednesday. So just keep a lookout. And then another consideration that we always stress, doesn't have to always be about content, but do your research. Research is a huge part of building your audience and kind of knowing what direction you want to go with all the content and kind of how much content you're going to be needing as well. Especially if you've been, absent or you haven't started producing any content at all. Kind of doing your research on the services and, making sure that you're not just committing just to one really quick. Test out a few, especially if you've never used a writing service before. Test out a few, get them on the phone, ask as many questions as you can because, you are paying for this. And you also want it to, help you reduce some time on the writing and put your focus on, another aspect on your business. So,
yeah,
go ahead.
It's funny because I work at Copywriter Today and I've had my own writing service before. So no, I've never been in need of one.
Yeah.
But if I were going to hire a writing service, the first thing I'd look for is I would want to see some free samples. Maybe not specifically written for me, but I'd want to see some of your work for free before we even start talking about a price. Mm-hmm. And so that's one thing you might want to, if a writing service is good at what they do, they're going to have no problem at all showing you their work.
Yeah, that's a good point. So definitely when you're doing your research, like Jeff said, look for those examples. If they don't want to give them to you, that doesn't sound like a good sign to me. If they're proud of their work and they do good work, why wouldn't they want to show you some samples? And then aside from the price, which is obviously a giveaway, you also want to consider some turnaround times just based on, how fast you're going to be getting all of your content. Obviously, if you're going to be getting, 2,000 words back in one day, I mean, they're either really good or the quality isn't that great, which I'm not saying that it wouldn't be, but, you want to give, a good consideration between the word length and the turnaround times.
Yeah, yeah. If a writing service told me, "Hey, I don't care even if it's 400 words," if I was told I will have this for you today or tomorrow, my first question would be, "Well, what about all your other customers?"
Yeah, right.
So if you can pretty much say something and have the content created at command on command, I mean that says a lot when you really think about it. Perspective's everything, and if they've got that much time in their hands, they're obviously not doing something right.
Yeah, they're either obviously a startup company or, they're just not getting as much, customers as they can, or, their quality is kind of off because they, just want to do it really quick and kind of get it out of the way. So be sure, when you're testing out or you're checking turnaround times, you kind of consider those. I know people, especially if you haven't gotten started on, any content yet, you kind of want it to come, flowing pretty fast. But that shouldn't always be the deal breaker, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, and I just thought about something. I was sitting here and had an epiphany. But, and also, if they can get to your work right away, that might not exactly mean they don't have other customers and aren't good at what they are doing. That could also be a sign that you're paying way too much. If you're giving them enough, they're going to drop everything and focus on you. There's a reason for that. So
you have to do your research, consider all the factors, and also be sure to check, if they cover your topic. They might not be able to give you a sample of that exact topic, but, if you're building a relationship with them and they say they've covered that, multiple times, then especially when you're building that relationship, you want to build that trust, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, can you not hear me again?
No, I can hear you fine. I just, no, I'm thinking.
Think out loud.
Yeah.
Well, if it pertains to this topic.
Yeah, it was. It was just like flashbacks of last couple of years working with customers on my own doing writing, and there's a lot of mistakes I learned along the way. I'll just leave it at that. So
you learn from it, right?
Yep. Yeah, you do not want to be the guinea pig for writers trying to figure out whether or not they can write about your topic. That never goes well. So
always search around. Definitely ask them if they can cover that topic that that your company specifies on.
Yeah, and you might want to keep in mind when you're looking at a service, ask them how many writers they have.
Mm-hmm. Ask about their background.
Yeah, with Copywriter Day, when I first went to work for Copywriter Day, and I found out we at any given time have around 50 writers just on our team. That's not including editors, the sales team, the account managers. That's just specifically writers. That says a lot. If they're able to have that many writers and keep them happy enough, they stay on board, that they're getting enough work to stay busy. That says a lot about who they are and what they're able to do.
Especially if, they want to take on larger accounts. That also says a lot, and they're still doing it in a timely fashion,
Yeah, and just the fact that we use the term unlimited, I mean, that you want to look for wording, and that words are everything, If a writing service can say there's an unlimited possibility of how much we can do for you, with time restraints and whatnot, but just the simple fact that we're willing to make all that information available. All you have to do is go check out the order calculator, and you can find out exactly when you're going to get what. You can find out the pricing to rush an order. There's really no reason to research anybody. Just call us.
But like you said with the unlimited, if somebody said unlimited and I get some, customers or even, potential people that just kind of reach out to us real quick. and just, ask, how the unlimited service works. If they think they're getting like 100 back on one account, let me know what that service is that you are thinking, because I would be so worried about how they would be able to get all of that done and, with a good quality.
Yep. Yes.
So you definitely can consider those when, you want the content that you want to get back. Is consider the turnaround times. Do they sound like do they make sense? Does the pricing make sense? Do you trust that they can cover your topic? Do they have examples? So those are things that you should be considering when you're doing your research.
Yeah, and one thing I've started doing in other areas, obviously I've never hired a writer, but I paid right. That doesn't matter. But
back to your mistakes that you made, right?
Yeah, if somebody offers you a guarantee, the first thing you should do is ask them how they're going to meet that guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just something you just use for marketing? If that's something you can really back up and really adds identity to who you are and as part of your business, then you ought to be able to tell me exactly how you're going to make that guarantee happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. So aside from those two that we named, also obviously you want to be considering not only the price, but a budget that you are kind of, everyone, like, having a budget isn't bad. Having a budget gives, the service a good idea of what you can realistically get. And obviously there's other important details that kind of go along with that. So the first question is, can you afford to, hire a writing service? And then also what would be included in the cost? What are you getting? Are you just getting the article back? Are you going to be paying, I don't know how people charge. I don't look at other services generally. Do you have any idea of other service prices?
Yeah,
I know a lot of
it's pretty common to charge per word.
Yeah.
It's pretty common to charge by article. I think there's one website where people would say what they're due. They just flat out say, I'll do this and this and this for such amount. There's
I think that's how like Freelancer works or something.
I think it's called Fiverr.
Yeah, there's Fiverr too. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So now freelancer.com ripped me off. So those are sour apples right there. I almost never wrote again because of that place. Yeah, they're
I imagine.
One of those people are listening. I'm going to get my money.
That's funny. So yeah, that's why doing your research is, super important. Like I said, see what else is included in the cost. With ours, depends on the package you're getting, but you're going to be getting, depending on your word length, you can get up to 11 articles. You'll be getting edits. You'll be getting revisions, for free. We're not going to charge you for them unless, you want 10 revisions, which is what we'll be talking about next.
Yeah.
You got to figure out all the considerations and is the cost worth that deal that you're going to be making and the person you're going to be signing up with.
Yeah. And also, like us, we have three different, what do you call it? 3 different packages for a customer to choose from. Mm-hmm. And I would look at the detail of the different packages. I'd want to know, okay, at this price, is the person writing my content? Is someone else do the editing, or are they going to edit their own work? There's all different kinds of questions I would ask. I would want to know, what am I getting for my money specifically? What makes this package better than this package? Especially if you have a tight budget and you've got limited funds for the project, you should want specific details of what you're getting for your money.
Yeah.
If service can't answer that, then they probably can't write very good either.
Right. And you don't want that one specific service that, maybe doesn't work out well for you, or, just something negative happened between you and the service to kind of shut you down from any other writing services. That's where you kind of do have to do some trial and errors, which brings me back to obviously the research, but, look to see what reviews are up for them. Stalk their service. Like, as weird as that sounds, like, look at their reviews. What are people saying? Like, what's some positive feedback they're getting? Because if it's stuff that you're looking for, then, chances are it's going to be a good idea to at least test them out. That's the only way that you're going to be able to know is, to just give it a try.
Yeah. And, one of the easiest ways today to research somebody, look at their Facebook page. If they've got a couple thousand followers of their page, then that could be a good indication that they're doing right and they have satisfied customers.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're saying they're in a professional writing business and they've got just a couple hundred people or less, that could say something about them, because today, anytime anyone gets something that they're satisfied with, that's the first thing they do is they talk about it on social media.
Yeah, they want people to know,
Exactly. So, like, I've got one specific company I use every time I buy a Chicago Cubs hat, and I talk about it on Facebook because I'm happy with the service they provide me.
Yeah.
So,
you want to give them that feedback. You don't want to be happy with the service, but why wouldn't you say anything about it,
Exactly. So there's research, I think, and this is just my thoughts, but I'm not one of these people, but I think there's a lot of people just hearing the word research can be a huge turnoff.
Yeah.
There's getting ready to be time invested. You're going to have to be focused. It's going to cut away something from another activity. And that's just the wrong way to look at it. Research should be looked at as this is going to save me money. It's going to lead me to the right choice. This is an investment. If you're going to invest in the stock market, I hope you wouldn't just call the first broker that you saw a commercial for. I mean, you're going to need money. You're going to want to learn about it. So
exactly. And when, like you said, when we say research, obviously it sounds like it would be time consuming, but if the service that you're looking into is going to be good and they want people to join, it's all going to be right in front of their face. It's all going to be on the website. You're not going to have to do that research. You're not going to have to dig deep to find the simplest questions. If they have nothing to hide, then obviously, they might be able to consider.
If a company, and I don't care if it's a writing service or anybody, if a company is confident in their ability to perform their tasks that they're saying they can do, they're going to put the details in front of your face. You're going to have to do a little bit of reading and whatnot on their website, but you're not going to have to mess around on Facebook or Google comments or AdWords or any of that.
Yeah. So, that doesn't sound appealing to me either. So, they're not going to want to, if they're a good service and they know that they are, they're going to put it right in front of you. There's going to be nothing to hide, not even prices, Yeah,
and for me, I think what would be a huge, I had never seen this before. Maybe I don't look very much, so maybe I just am shortchanging myself. But once I realized Copywriter Today does it, I started, now that's something I look for with other businesses. You can go to our FAQ page, and we're good enough at what we do that we've got a video telling you who our service might not be good for.
Yes.
And when you can publicly make statements like that, the service, the people are confident in their ability to serve you, and they can put a limit on who they're willing to work for.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, which brings us to our final consideration is, are you going to be picky? Obviously, if you're searching for a writing service, it's because you want to work on the writing less time.
Or you just let's not be so politically correct. Maybe you just can't write, period.
Yes.
You know what? No, my ability to write is something I'm proud of. Writing is a skill set, just like building a home, just like being a nurse.
Mhm.
Writing is a skill set that not enough people appreciate, and that's normally 'cause they can't do it. So,
Stick to what you're good at. If you're good at, making that sale, stick to it. If, writing isn't your best quality in the business and, you need somebody's help, I appreciate that honesty. That's what writing services like us are for. For those people that can openly admit that, their writing sucks. It might not even suck. It might just be mediocre, but mediocre probably isn't going to be getting you the audience that you're going to be wanting and the leads that you need. So don't be saying that to us, because I appreciate that. And I'm like, look, that is the first step to our process.
Yeah. And you know what? If your plumbing got jacked up at your house today, if you don't know anything about plumbing, you're not going to go in there with a plunger and try to fix it yourself. You're going to call a professional plumber. Yeah. Well, if you need writing content, regardless if think you know a little bit about what you're doing, it's an investment in your company. Yeah. It's something that's going to lead to an increase in sales. Why not hire a professional?
Mm-hmm. And if you're doing your research and you found the right service, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt your company. It's meant to increase that.
Yeah, and there's tools like Google Analytics, and I probably didn't even just pronounce that right, but there's tools you can use that will show you the results of your content. And if you're hiring a writing service that isn't producing results, then by no means don't keep using them. But in a good writing service, they will tell you how you can monitor their results and track what's going on.
Because they want to prove to you that, the content that they're producing for you is actually increasing your audience and your traffic.
Yes.
So to say it, in a light way is, you don't want to give off that dominant persona. Like, yes, you're paying the service, but also you don't want to be, critiquing every single thing about that piece of content because you're that picky person. Realistically, it's just not going to work out. That it's just plain and simple. Like it just probably won't. It's probably not something that's good for you.
Yeah, and you know what? If you're going to pay, it's just like a guy who takes his car to the shop and has to stand there and watch everything the mechanic does. If you're going to pay a writer to write, then let them write.
Yes, exactly.
You don't need to break down every sentence and
ask for all these revisions every time, because
and I believe 100%, and a customer should be completely satisfied with the product they receive. Yes. But I also am big on they need to give the service an opportunity to do their job.
And to prove that they can provide that quality content.
Exactly. You paid them, so you obviously have some kind of trust in them. Give them a chance to do, if you knew how to create the content, you wouldn't be paying us. If you knew everything about it, you simply wouldn't need us. Mm-hmm. So, there's some things you would never think about. Like, maybe you would like to see 5 more words added onto that sentence because it sounds better in your mind. But what you don't realize is when you're trying to get a green light on an SEO, the length of sentences has an effect on that. It plays a part in how easily people are going to find your article. So sometimes you got to take somebody's word.
Yes. The purpose of it is, to decrease your time that you're spending on your content and to increase, other aspects of your business that you are good at. So, if you're picky, this might be kind of rough for you.
Yes. See, that's where I've always worked on the writer end, where I think a copywriter today, out of all the time I've been with them, I think there's been once And this isn't a reflection of me and my writing skills. It's a reflection of how the account managers handle the situations. I think there's been one time I've been asked, hey, you need to redo this a little bit.
Yeah.
And that says that we're very specific about what we can and will do. And you also got to keep in mind, if you go anywhere, that's hard to say, but you know what? I'm going to say it anyway. Like if you come to Copywriter today and you get our smallest package, don't expect the same service as what our top package gets.
Yeah.
And it's not that you're not important and we don't value your work and a relationship with you. It's just we're giving you what you wanted to invest in your own company.
Yeah. None of the packages reflect the quality that you're getting in your writing.
No, it's all top quality content. But I mean, as far as flexibility, I don't know. And like I said,
we do the monthly calls for, the mid-level and also the highest level package. So you're going to be getting more of that, like you said, flexibility, and talking with your account manager monthly on the phone. Obviously, they're open to reaching out to you whenever you have any questions via email. But with this, it's a little more personable. So it depends on what you're wanting.
Yeah, and there is one exception to this. If you're going to be with Copywriter today for a while, if you've signed a subscription for a couple months, that first month when you have your kickoff call with your account manager, and then your account manager builds your team around what you need and what you want to do. Yes, those first 3 to 4 articles, there's going to be a lot of revision work as the team tries to develop your in particular voice.
Yes.
And what exactly it is you want. So in that scenario, yeah, there's a little bit of revision work, and I completely understand and agree with that. But that's in the beginning. That doesn't, in all actuality, if you're in line with good communication with your account manager, after the first month, there shouldn't be a need for any revisions. And
it's only we only see that because, even if we cover the topic multiple times, everyone's going to, have a different direction that they want to go in with their content. So that's what I always say, we dial in that first month. We look for feedback. We look for just so the rest of the months that you're with us are smooth sailing.
Yep. Yes. And it's just like it all goes back to investment. Investment doesn't just require money. It requires time. And like I said, that communication with your account manager is very, very important. And another thing to keep in mind, just like if we did something wrong that you wanted changed, you'd be really quick to send an email or give a call. If we do something right and hit it right square on the head, let us know. That way we can make note of that and we can learn off that and grow off that.
Exactly.
But you have to be willing. You have a personal writing team with Copywriter today. Without communication, no team works whatsoever.
Yep. I agree. Good point. Especially, we're not just looking for negative feedback so we can dial in on exactly what you want in your content, but like you said, positive feedback is obviously, just as important.
Yeah, and if you're just wanting 1 or maybe even 2 quick articles, maybe there are some services that will be a little cheaper or you'll get back a little quicker. But with Copywriter Days, what we're wanting people to sign on that are still going to be with us a year from now. Yeah. We're good enough at what we do that we can make that happen, but you have to be willing to invest that with us.
We're looking for that long-term relationship that we can build with people.
Yes, and that's where the extra time that first month that's spent building your voice, getting your team in sync, getting everybody on the same page. That's where 4 months from now, you spend literally 5 minutes on a computer filling out your orders, and then you've got your entire month's content ready. You're going to receive it. There's no revision work. The longer you're with us, the better we're able to serve you.
And like the purpose of it is you're saving so much time. Like you said, it'll take you about 5 minutes to do it, or even if you're signing up with, our highest plan is you don't even have to do anything. It's all hands off. So the account manager can do that for you. So it's all depending on what you want and the relationship you're trying to build with, a writing service that you're going to be signing up with.
Yep.
If anybody has any questions, please comment. And like Jeff said, what are we giving away on Friday?
A lead magnet. So,
yeah. I like the pause.
Yeah, I had to think for a minute. I was still thinking about writing content. So, but
we dream about that stuff.
Not anymore. I did for a long time. So, but
you breathe it then.
No, that lead magnet, it has a lot of value. Like I said, that's what you're used with an email sequence. It's what you're used on a landing page. And so if you're going to leave a comment, if you want to be entered in this contest, have in mind what product or service you're going to use with your lead magnet. Let's get it to where you're making money and putting this to work for you. So
we're not just going to, email it to you. We're obviously going to go over through the whole process with you and help you,
yes.
work on that. So, like Jeff said, just reach out, just say hi, just make a comment if you're watching this video, and then that'll just simply enter you into the drawing. And we'll be announcing that on Friday's show at 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Yes, and that is a service that we do a lot of, and
yes,
always, people pay us to do that. So somebody can get it for free.
Exactly. And it shows instant results using that too. So
I might have to get on here and comment later, see if I can win. Yeah. So
it's that good that Jeff wants to try and get it. So some other people get in that drawing so he doesn't win.
Yep. So.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign off. We will be seeing you, like I said, Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So we hope that some people jump on and say something, and we will be able to announce the winner on Friday. Alrighty, everyone. We are signing off.
See you Friday.
Have a good day.
You too.